Capricorn forecast for June 29th, 2026. And we have the sun at 8 degrees of Cancer. And of course, exact opposite the full moon in Capricorn. So, what is Capricorn? Capricorn is the 10th house, it is ruled by Saturn. And Capricorn as Cancer is a mutable sign. So, mutable signs are leaders and they are doers. And so, right now, our focus is going to be on what? It's going to be on business, it's going to be on work. And of course, Capricorns are natural leaders. Yes, indeed. And right now, also within this chart between the full moon in Capricorn and Neptune, nebulous Neptune, and Saturn in Aries, and the sun in Cancer kind of falls within a bit of a weak T-square between the moon in Capricorn, Neptune and Saturn, although they are not conjunct technically any longer in Aries, and the sun in Cancer. So this kind of creates a little bit of tension. It's not a full grand cross because Libra is not in this picture, but it does create a little friction there going on. Now, keep in mind wherever this full moon is in your personal birth chart is of utmost importance. So it may not be that we all out get into big fights and big arguments, although it could lead to something such as that, but it's more of an annoyance. And T-squares are about frustrations. There may be some fussiness going on there within our connections with each other. And let's look at the signs involved here. So we've got Capricorn moon and we've got the sun in Cancer. So Cancer is kind of an emotional sign. It is ruled by the moon and it is connected with the fourth house, home and family. So the conflicts and a little bit of the irritations here, and of course we've got Aries, Saturn and Neptune, is going to be connected with our home and family. Now keep in mind that may be family as far as, our loved ones, but this also can be connected with home, like repairs, renovations. On a broader scale, it can be connected with investments, it can be connected with buying or selling homes, anything home and our living space related. And of course, Capricorn is always connected with our ambitions and what our goals are. And Capricorn is the task master, and Saturn is its ruler. So because this does fall within this cardinal T-square here, this is also going to be important. So we want to get projects going. We want to fulfill our goals. We want to work hard, and they're all wonderful traits. And this is kind of creating a clash here with our home and family. It may create minor arguments, frictions, annoyances with whatever we got going at the home front, whether it's family, whether it's renovations or whatnot. And with the Aries, Neptune, and Saturn connection, we just want to go, go, go. And keep in mind, as I stated before, the cardinal signs are leaders. So they really want to focus on their goals. They want to take charge. And right now, and with Saturn as the depositor of this full moon, and of course, the T-square, we're gonna feel a little frustrated. We may even feel a little blocked. There may be some tension within the family of things to do, things to get done, or that deals with actual physical home, not just family, and what we want to do, what we are focused on, what we want to achieve. Because remember, Capricorn is the 10th house and it's all about our ambitions. And Aries just wants to hurry up and gets things done. And with the Capricorn full moon, that's kind of putting the brakes on all of this. And with the sun in sensitive, oh yes, very sensitive Cancer, and the full moon in Capricorn as its depositor, well, we're gonna have to be careful we don't want to step on each other's toes because Cancer is rather sensitive and our feelings could get hurt easily. So we just want to take a soft approach to all home and family matters versus what we really are driven to complete right now. Because remember, full moons are about endings or completion. So we're really going to be like really pushing to get whatever uh, we have our minds on to complete, and that's creating this conflict, sensitivities here, feeling like we're getting hurt. We may even feel a little ignored because yes, with this T square and Capricorn full moon, we may feel like those around us are being a little chilly or distant, and that can also create some issues on the home front. Yes. And we also have Uranus, oh, that planet of the unexpected and genius, freedom loving, liberated Uranus in Gemini, now making a conjunction with almost 1 degree of Mars, the planet of action. So we're feeling rather kind of with this need to communicate, to express ourselves, because Gemini is all about the third house and expression, and the third house with Uranus and Mars there, especially. We even may act rather unpredictably. We have this need for freedom. We want to speak our mind because remember, Gemini is very chatty. And with Uranus, with Mars, we may be a little bit blunt here, so we may have to kind of watch what we say, kind of tripping over our words in our need to be on the go, speak our mind, and well, not only will we act rather unpredictably, but we may find other people around us want that sense of freedom and they may act kind of shocking or unpredictable too. And so we're gonna have to watch that need to just do what we want, say what we want because Uranus is involved here. And to top this off, now this is really nice. Pluto is in Aquarius and even retrograde makes a beautiful trine to Mars and Uranus in Gemini. So we're going to feel like communication really flows, especially because this is an air sign, Gemini and Aquarius, Pluto. We feel we can just say what's on our mind, say what we feel, and this may be accepted. And this is a really wonderful connection with Pluto. And as always, with air signs, it's about, yes, tech communications of all kinds are going to be especially highlighted during this phase of the full moon in Capricorn, which is really wonderful. May find some genius scientific minds coming to the fore now, but communication just seems to flow. And this is also a time too because Pluto rules the authorities, those that have the power, so to speak. This is a really good time if you want to communicate about something special. Maybe that raise, maybe there's been something you want to get off your chest to that special someone. This is the time to do it. Yes. And we also have Jupiter and Mercury making a conjunction, but alas, we also have Mercury, the communicator, at retrograde Cancer. So that also kind of adds a tinge of sensitivity. And as all retrograde phases, we have to be clear about what our intentions are, what we want to put across as the right message so that people understand where we're coming from, so there's no mix-ups. And Mercury with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's connected with the ninth house. This is also another very positive connection. Why? Because Mercury is the communicator. Even retrograde here, it does conjoin Jupiter in sensitive Cancer. And Jupiter loves to speak their mind. Anything connected with Jupiter, and in this case, speaking their mind, Mercury in Cancer. So the downside of this is that because Mercury and its retrograde is involved with Cancer and with Jupiter, we have to watch a tendency right now to exaggerate. So you may want to toot your horn about your accomplishments, or what could be else irritating is someone nearby may really want to just boast a little bit or really just say what they have to say. And that's another connection here with Mercury and Jupiter, because Jupiter loves to just kind of, because it's associated with Sagittarius, and now with Mercury, which is connected with Gemini, by the way, we're going to have to watch what we say here too. We don't want to feel so kind of positive, because this is a very positive vibe kind of feeling here with Mercury and Jupiter. We don't want to feel so good right now that we kind of trip on our own words. We kind of want to toot our horn a little bit, maybe make exaggerations, but we're going to have to watch with that connection with Mercury retrograde that we don't make fools of ourselves and become a braggart, so to speak. We just want to tone down that confidence level a little bit. But the good news is here with the Sun in Cancer, Jupiter and Mercury in Cancer by a conjunction, this is really positive for prosperity, because remember, Jupiter is all about the prosperity, the money, the feeling good, the positivity, and that sense of self-confidence and success. And conjoining Mercury, well, it's good that we're going to feel rather enthusiastic and we really want to spread some cheer. But again, alas, we have to be careful of our wording. And we do want to be, well, it's Cancer, so we do want to be very sensitive to other people's feelings. Yes. And of course, now Jupiter at 29 degrees of Cancer does make a bit of an out of sign sextile to both Mars and Uranus in Gemini. So that kind of gives us this greater sense of really wanting to express ourselves, this need to basically feel free and liberated in what we're saying. We don't want to be held back. Now, it is a sextile by fire or out of sign and air. So that's really positive. It kind of brings some positive energy into our actions here, but we don't want to be held back. We just want to feel free to express ourselves, maybe even act a little daring because we've got Mars here, the action planet, making this out of sign sextile to Jupiter. And that is positive, but again, with that Jupiter connection, we don't want to overdo on the speech. We don't want to overdo on our actions. We want to be sensitive. And what else? Right now is a great time for charity with that connection with Cancer. Yes. And Venus, the planet of love and affection, is in Leo. So this is good because Leo is all about our expression and it's connected with the fifth house. So, right now, we really may feel very demonstrative in our relations with others. We really want to kind of put the cards on the table as far as our affection is concerned. And Leo is also connected with those that are well known, the entertainment world. So there could be some very interesting news right now connected with those that are rather well known. But this is a very kind of a showy influence, very enthusiastic, but very positive with that Venus in Leo. Yes, indeed. And we've got Saturn and Neptune still in Aries, and again, not conjunct, but nonetheless, also with this T square with the cardinal signs, the full moon in Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer, with this kind of the square connected and tied in with Saturn and Neptune. Ah, yes, nebulous Neptune, and a bit of the blocker, the wise teacher of Saturn. There may be, here again, some news that is just kind of right under the surface there that we got to figure out. And here again, with this Neptune falling into this T square, there's going to be discussions. Oh, yes, you can't help that with Mars and Uranus and Gemini with secrets, or we may find that there could be some annoyances with those closest to us because, well, we may feel like, we're not getting the truth here, and that may create a little bit of some petty annoyances, some tension, and yes, that could create some combativeness. Not all out wars, I guess you could say, sort of, with a grand cross, but nonetheless, it is a bit of an annoying connection here within this T square with Cancer, full moon in Capricorn, and Aries, Saturn, and Neptune. And then another thing here connected with our goals, Saturn is the depositor of the full moon. So, yes, in our need to get things done, to fulfill our goals, we're feeling a little blocked. And again, because this comes into this T square, well, that creates additional issues, as aforementioned, with home or family. But it's more than that. It's about we have a certain set ideal of objectives that we want to accomplish, and then we may feel a little bit held back. So we're just going to require during this time of the full moon just a little bit of patience. And if we're patient, well, then we will slowly but surely, Saturn promises that we will attain that success from all our hard work right now that we want to complete or finish. Yes. And so this overall is a pretty good full moon in Capricorn forecast. There's nothing really combative. I mean, yes, there's a quincunx aspect between the sun and Pluto. That can be also a little bit annoying, um, connected with the powers that be. And there's a bit of a quincunx between Uranus and Mars and the full moon, a bit of a wide quincunx or inconjunct. So there's some minor annoyances within this chart. Yes, indeed. And, it's all about looking at Cancer and Capricorn. It's all about what? Being sensitive and kind of finding, as always, with the full moon, it's always about finding that balance. And if we can find the balance, we can communicate effectively. And boy, are we restless right now, by the way, to travel and just do what we want to do. Then, everything seems to be rather flowing well within this chart. And that's another thing. Now that we've got Mercury and now during the summertime energy in Cancer, and that is connected with the depositor of this Gemini Mars, the action planet, and Uranus in Gemini. Also be very cautious of your travel plans right now. You want to make sure everything is zipped up because of this Mercury with Jupiter. We're feeling kind of positive right now. Maybe we got some good money or job news. Maybe we feel a little bit happy-go-lucky. But Mercury is indeed retrograde, yes. And we don't want to run into any travel snafus right now because that is very positive with this Mercury retrograde. And another thing, we've got Jupiter almost at 0 degrees of Leo, making a bit of an out of sign opposition to Pluto. So although because of this trine between Mars, Uranus, and Pluto, all communications seem to run very smoothly now. There is that possibility with Jupiter and then within a couple days Mercury applying the opposition with Pluto that we're gonna have to sidestep any conflicts with those in positions of power or those that are in charge. And if you can do that, that will really create a less tense atmosphere between retrograde Pluto and retrograde Mercury and Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter loves to do everything in a big way, and with this opposition with Pluto, we really want to, like I said earlier, we really want to kind of toot our horn and just tell it like it is. And so it's good to feel good and have accomplishments, but that may be a little bit of an annoyance with the powers that be. And you may find, yeah, there could be some minor chaos with this opposition with Pluto and Mercury and Jupiter. So tone down that need to just boast a little bit. That's some advice for this full moon in Capricorn. Just focus on your ambitions. Cut back a little bit on this need to be nitty-picky and very petty and fussy about the details. Concentrate more on the broad picture, because that's what the full moon in Capricorn is about. All those objectives and ambitions that we are going to accomplish. And kind of go with the flow, with the communications. Really nice overall. That's really giving us a sense of our individuality and our sense of freedom. We're feeling rather creative with that Venus, the planet of love and affection, in our love relationships. And just focus more on that creative bend and being more scientific also, because Jupiter's here. Focus on education, philosophy. Don't get carried away here with Jupiter and Mercury with your opinions too much. Really focus on, well, you. And this wonderful. Full moon in Capricorn will be very positive, very hardworking, and a lot this month, you can be sure, will be accomplished. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.